Hi everyone, welcome to this session. Today is 26 October. Today's topic is Farm AI journey. Startup journey in innovation, challenge, and triumphs. We are here as a part of the community of PIM to celebrate the 10 years old birthday of PIM in 2024. We are very excited to see PIM and its community going so fast and impactful. So today I have the pleasure to have Farm AI here with 5 members coming all the way from Algeria and France to talk about a topic I think many of us are very curious to know. What's a startup journey really looks like? Is it always have fun time or indeed a nightmare or between I don't know. Let's Farm AI to tell you later. So I'm your host today. My name is Kenny, project manager of Team. I'm based in Hong Kong. Here with me, I have Ting Ting in Beijing and also Haolan in Singapore to co-host this session. And what about you? Let's have a bit interaction to see where you come from, and can you type it on the chat box about your name and which country or cities are you in right now? So before we start, I just have a few housekeeping items here as well. First, I hope you enjoy this session. Please use this opportunity to build a network and interact with others. And second, please feel free to send in your questions or feedback in the chat box. We will get back to you during the session, or we will connect you with Farm AI after the session so you can continue the discussion. And this session is being recorded and will be uploaded to the PIM's website. So you can always revisit the highlight. And yes, please turn on your camera if you feel comfortable and stay until the end. We will have a group photo with our Farm AI team. So for those who are first time with us today, Purpose in Motion, PIM. So it's a social enterprise that empowers young people with education, resource, and network to support youth to become mission-driven leaders and effective change makers. So literally, it's all about developing your interest, your network, your knowledge and skills to make impactful change for social goods. So I'm wearing tech for good is using technology for good and your knowledge for social good. So PIM runs several programs every year to encourage young people to investigate problem and solutions and also design social innovation project to address the social and environmental issues around the topic of SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, set by the UN. So PIM has a small working team, but we are not small in power. PIM has a very lovely, huge community of supporters and mentors and friends to make great social impact together. PIM has programs across 110 plus countries and more than 13,000 beneficiaries involved in 50 plus programs with a total 850,000 US dollar mobilized funds to develop organizations and startups in the past 10 years. So without further ado, our honorable guest, Farm AI, is already here. Let me introduce a little bit background of Farm AI before we start. So Farm AI, co-founded by 5 university students in Nigeria, won the Silver Award of the 2022 Huawei Seeds for the Future global startup competition. And not only one startup investment fund from Huawei Technologies, but also personally graduated by the President of Algeria. So during the past 18 months, I work alongside with FarmAI. We are almost like a family, you know, we met and discussed every month. I see FarmAI more than my families. And also we are very blessed to have a lot of good mentors to support FarmAI startup journey. We are grateful to have Salam from Netherlands as a mentor, focusing on team buildings and business model development. We have Yakub from Algeria for all the legal, company registration, banking matters. And we have also 3 AI programming engineers, Mohammed Barak from Algeria, Jave from the US, and Iyad from London, UK, to provide tech consultation. I love this picture. This is the first dinner outing FarmAI and I had in China for the first time. We met back in April 2023. And this photo shows the time we spent together to discuss the business model of FarmAI in the program week. So it's a very long journey we have spent together for 18 months so far, and I love it. And let me invite FarmAI on stage. Let me play a music. This is the song that Algeria team introduced to me. Now, can I pass the time to Wasim, the CEO of FarmAI, to present the team with your name, please, your role in FarmAI, and also your profession or studies, please.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our little session where we're gonna celebrate together PIM's 10th anniversary. And thank you, Kenny, for such a good introduction. And yeah, we'll just take it from here. I'm Wasim Amdani. I'm the CEO and an AI engineer of developer of FarmAi's startup. I'm currently doing a master in AI engineering in Paris here at the Paris 8 University. And yeah, so it's quite clear what my goal is and what my end job is gonna be. I'll present the rest of the Magic team. I can start with Mohammed bin Kouwa, which is another co-founder of AI and the chief of operation in our team. He holds a master in cybersecurity and he's established in Algeria. We have also Ahlam Boumzrak. She's a co-founder, as all the members, and the research and developer lead, and our PR manager. She holds a master in telecommunication, and she's based also in Algeria. Here is Abdurrahman, which is also a co-founder, and he's our front-end developer and mobile lead developer in our team. He holds a master in network telecommunication, also based in Algeria. And lastly, Mohammed Riyad Ziyan, co-founder and our deployment manager, has a master in networks based in Algeria. So this is a little description of our team going ahead. I give you the back.
Thank you, Wasim. Welcome you all FarmAI. A lot of people want to know FarmAI because FarmAI is the pioneer student team to develop this startup in the Tech for Good program. And a lot of audience post questions and they want to know the status of FarmAI. So let's start with a marketing time for FarmAI. Can you tell us what is FarmAI actually do and why you do this? Can I pass the time to Alan? Thank you for.
Yeah. Thank you, Kenny. So, hi everyone, this is Ahlam, a member of FarmAi. I will present to you a little presentation about who is FarmAi and what does FarmAi do. And a little spoiler, this is on the left, a picture of our product in the testing yield in the south of France. So, FarmAi is an agri-tech startup that provide a service as a mobile application for agriculture. We use drones and artificial intelligence to help detect diseases on the yields. It was founded by 5 members from Algeria back in 2023, and now in 2024 it has a new division in the European market from Estonia and France. So, what's our objective in life? So, FarmAi aims to reduce yield losses and increase profit and food supply in the world, of course. So, our service is we have drones that fly around the field. They scan plants using camera. Then they send them to a model of artificial intelligence that can help classify the images. And then from the app, they send alert to the farmer who can come to the location and disinfect. And by the end, he can prevent final losses and the big use of pesticides. Grazie. I will give you back the word, Kenny.
Thank you so much, Alam. Very good job. So it's a powerful project ideas with farm and AI, like using technology to detect early detection of crops disease. So at the very beginning, let's talk about the innovation of farm AI. How did you guys put farm and AI together? And how much do you know these two like these two things before building up your startup company? Shall we start with the CEO first, Wasim, and then I pass the time to other teammates?
Yeah, sure. To answer your questions, I have to remind people that farms and agriculture in general existed like 4,000 years before seeing everything. And we didn't have the age of technology back then, and we certainly didn't have the age of AI. And with the development and with technology being provided and with AI services being emerged to many different fields, we said, why don't we try not to apply it to farms? And that's turned out to be the pool of ideas we searched in and the mixture we got. And to use AI it means to automatize human minds. And in farms, a lot of human minds are already doing manual inspection, manual work in the fields and everything. So using AI, we can replace those minds and ease up services and build things that humans and farmers can use to ease up their work. And usually that's how we got the idea. And with this, we can really help farmers avoid too much manual work and just help sustain a better life in farms and agriculture fields with better profitability in everything.
Thank you. So for farm AI, do you guys know any farmers around you, or why farmers are so much in your heart? You choose farmers as your target beneficiary. Please.
Yeah, I can answer this one. So, like you said, in the program investigation, we chose farmers as our primary beneficiaries, mainly because they are the most impacted by crop diseases, often suffering substantial financial losses due to the limited resources they have. And additionally, like you said, many of us have personal connections to farmers and are deeply aware of the challenges they face. So this understanding drives our commitment to support them using innovative technologies and solutions.
And in the very beginning stage, so how and by who, like in what situation did this first idea come up with Farm AI, the project
I can
ideas?
I can
Yes,
answer
please,
that.
Mohammed.
The idea came when we were in the Seeds for the Future 2022. So we had the challenge to find a problem in a sector, in a specific sector. We chose the sector of agriculture. Then the idea was to find the problem that agriculture is facing. So we have done research to find a problem, and we found a problem which is rust disease, and it was a very huge problem for agricultures. So me and Dusim was like asking how to solve this problem. So we had the idea of making an AI model that detects the diseases, but the idea was like to capture the problem the disease with AI and robots. But we found out that robots are very hard to manipulate in farms. So we came up with the idea of drones. So drones can fly around the fields and capture images. And with our AI model that detects leaves and detects diseases, we can find the disease and alert farmers.
Okay, so I have a questions like same as Professor White want to ask the same question as mine also. How do you interact with farmers? I believe using AI technology in farming is a pretty new concept to the farmers in Algeria, I guess. Um, Tell us more about how they received the idea in the first place.
I can answer this one.
Yes, please.
So we first, like we said in the previous answer, we have personal connections with farmers. So we first met with them, talked to them, and try to understand their concerns with crop diseases. And then we explained them our solution. In the beginning, they were impressed, but still skeptical in the same time about using technology. But after we reassured them that our fully automated drones would handle the technical parts, this made them less concerned about the technical aspect and more interested in discovering our product.
Hmm. And also, I know for other Rahab, I know you are the mobile program developers for this application. How do they look at the mobile application at the first time?
So yeah, developing the mobile app prototype taught me a lot about balancing user needs and technical details. In the early stage, we focused on creating a simple, easy-to-use design that could handle the data accurately. Testing with real farmers helped us understand what features mattered most to them, like easy navigation and clear information. These insights helped to shape the app to be effective and user-friendly right from the start.
Hmm. Okay. So do you guys know farming or agriculture at the very first place, like before the startup company established?
I just answered this question in the chat. So for the agricultural knowledge, we partnered with an National Institute of Agriculture in our country. So they can help us with the technical or agricultural knowledge, and we can help them with the technical aspect. We provide for them solutions for detecting crop diseases, and we're still learning from them.
I know that this Farm AI startup has made a very big impact in your country. Like even some high rank officials or President of Algeria also come to your booth to understand your product ideas and also congratulate you guys for the winning in the competition. So can you tell us about how does it happen, and how the local officials or institutions receive these ideas?
Yes, I can talk about this. We received some high congratulations from different hierarchy officials in our country, starting with the president, who congratulated us on our win in the competition and wrote a letter to start working on this project and make it real in Algeria. It was also followed by meeting with the first ministry in some agricultural events we've been invited to by the government, and also meeting the Ministry of Startups, which is the entity responsible for the creation of companies, and other ministries like Ministry of Transport and everything. We've been congratulated by the government on this win in the competition and starting this idea.
Congratulations. And I think this is very important, with the support of the local government. But I also have questions about your product ideas, because I know that in the market there are many drones product, and I think AI technology product uh, is very common in the US. So when you work on your value proposition, like what makes Farm AI unique and special in the market? And how do you differentiate your business to others? Anyone?
Okay, I can talk about the first feature we differentiate really. But little context, most manufacturers of drones, especially in the USA or anywhere in the world, didn't think of getting into agriculture field, didn't think of making drones special for agriculture use with the equipped with agriculture softwares and everything. And those who did, didn't really think about solving the disease problem in agriculture. Like they said, let's do a 3D mapping of the terrain, visualize stuff, doing statistic analysis and everything, use satellites for weather features detection in our field. Most of them didn't think of also handling the disease problem. They just didn't link it in their head to use AI and use what we were doing. So that left a huge market gap for us that we were happy to fill, and a good entry for us in the market. We're not dealing with other drones manufacturers' problems. We're dealing with our own problem in a market where it's not confiscated by other companies in this typical problem.
That's very smart to see the opportunities and gap in the current market. And how about the mobile application? Just earlier when we talked about with Adarama, this mobile application, how is the status now, the prototype? How do you interact with the user? Do you do some like feasibility tests or like interviews, or how do you know your customer needs with your mobile application?
Yes, for the mobile application, we attend some events, especially agricultural events, where we met a lot of farmers and we present our mobile application and take feedback from them. So, and based with their feedback, we try to do more and design easy design that work with farmers.
Okay, so you did the visit to the farms quite often to talk with them, to understand their needs. And how do they react at the first time when you show them the mobile application?
In the first time, the farmers find some difficult how to navigate with the app, how to find alerts, and how can read specific information like weather, like the date and time of infection. And after that, we take their feedback and try to do our best to clear our application.
So can you tell us a little bit more to the audience? Like how does the whole business model work? Like for the service package, for the subscription package, like do they rent it or what kind of service do you provide?
All right, I can answer this. And we do not sell our drones or our product like a one-time buy that farmers can use. We rent it as a service package. Like, let's do an example. A farmer from Perpignan in South of France comes to us, says, I have a field of wheat. It's about 200 hectares in the size, etc., etc. Depending on our calculation, our pricing plan, we will decide how many drones he needs to be attached to be able to cover his farm size, because every farm needs size and thus the drones required to cover its full space and scan it. And in his case, it will be two drones. So we tell him our offer. He comes to us with a need. We tell him we can offer you two drones as a service package to rent for 6 month use. If one fails, we replace it to you. If there's a problem, we come to you and we fix the problem. And we set up things to you and we give you access to our application to receive the drone notifications and everything. Other technical parts will be handled automatically by the drone, and in case it will be our problem to handle. So the farmer would not own the drone. It will just be a service package to him that can be replaced when there is a failure, and that will return back to us in case the farmer has ended its season and will not grow for another season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very also a smart idea. I think this make the whole things easier, right? You provide the service. So I know that I want to jump to a questions that I know through this startup journey, there's a lot of challenge that Farm AI face, and also many people have doubt in Farm AI. For example, like people may think that uh, is drone flying easy or legal in some certain countries, and also for farmers, are they uh, able to pay for this technology? Don't know if the price is very high, etc., etc. So during this
I-
time of like challenging time, can you share with us some experience or moment that you really have a downtime, very challenging time or setback
Yeah,
during this startup journey?
yeah, I can take this one. So I would say every startup has its own setbacks and challenges. For us, one of the main challenges we encountered is, like you said, the legalizations of drones in our country. It has been complex and time consuming, posing significant setbacks to our progress. But despite these hurdles, we remain committed to overcome this and maybe target other markets like the French market and bring our innovative solutions to the agricultural sector.
Hmm. And any others members, you remember some of the challenges that during this startup journey?
It was a roller coaster, and I think anyone with a startup or starting a company in any field will have roller coasters of problems and downtime. And as Riyadh stated with the previous problem and everything, they will have legal problems, they will have skills and development problems, they will have PR problems, and that's just the journey of every startup. You just gotta know how to solve it and solve it with a timely manner.
Yeah. I heard that you guys also expand your business to uh, other countries to make more visibility and more platform for your market. I think this is very well done, the movement. And I just want to know, do you have a moment that your family or friends uh, have doubt or didn't know what you guys are doing? Like you spend many times in your computer, like in the field, talking with farmers, working as a farm AI team. Do you feel a time of loneliness if they don't understand you guys? Do you have this kind of experience? Can share?
I think at first, yes, you have kind of problem of making people understand your point of view, but it's just that they're different people. They're not seeing from the inside of your mind, they're seeing from the outside. You have to introduce them the idea with a clever way so they can understand from a different point of view. And also the idea needs to be good that it can be understood from different point of view, which was our case. At first, yes, people doubted, said, how can you do this? It's easy to answer this question. I just answer him. I told him how we do this. We get a drone, we get an AI program, we connect them, and etc. etc. And with more talking, with more proving, with more testing, it becomes more convenient to them that yeah, it's feasible. It's not. It is hard, but it's not impossible to do.
I like it. So it's more the questions, more the doubt, more the challenge to you guys. It makes you guys growing actually.
Yeah.
That's good. Any other teammates want to share your experience, like when you face downtime? How do you overcome this when nobody understand you or thinking your product or solution would not work? How do you handle it? Please, Alam.
Yeah, personally, it's every time like family members that has no like no knowledge in maybe AI and so on. Like they tell you, please tell me like what's the solution? I mean, does it really do you trust that it will work in Algeria and so on? But I mean, like they don't. In general, startups need some in the beginning. I mean, like the first 3 to 5 years, it's always the same. Like there is no real results. So it's always research and development, trying to enhance the solution, and there is no like a profit and so on. But this is normal. This is how startups work. This is not like normal enterprises that make profit from the first year. So this is the concept of the startups that not everybody knows and that you will help people understand. Yeah.
I really admire you guys. Like, where did you guys learn this determination when everyone like give you a downtime and then you guys can still stand so strong and believe in your project? Where do you guys have this power? Can you share with our other startup members?
I think that PIM has played a major role in this. If the rest of the team will agree that from the very first beginning, when we had doubts, um, not a big knowledge of something, that you guys, Kenny, and the rest of the PIM team helped us getting us experts and helped us in consulting with people who are tech savvy, maybe legislations, problems, and so on. So PIM has played, for me, I think PIM has played a very important role helping us like overcome all the difficulties.
I think we are very lucky to have a lot of good supporters and mentors around us. I remember at the very beginning, we have a lot of questions and challenge. Everyone say, no, impossible. Oh no, cannot do it. Oh no, this one we everything is about no to us. And then I think we have a lot of really supporters to help us to unlock all these questions about the legal stuff, about the banking, registration, about the prototype, all kind of things about the pricing. But I think this is also a very good thing that we solve it step by step, and every challenges bring us a step forward. So thank you very much. Congratulations for you guys. So I would like to jump to another questions. Like a lot of people want to know is we all know that having a very close-knit team is so important for a startup or in any other business. I know you guys are now located in different cities. And how often and how do you guys communicate? Can I pass the time to Mohammed? I know you are the COO in charge of the operation.
Yes, I can say that effective communication is crucial for our team, especially since we're spread across different cities and countries. We hold weekly meetings to discuss progress and align on our goals and tackle any challenges that we are facing. We can make it a priority to maintain open line of communication, and we've also found that occasional in-person meetups help making our bond stronger and foster collaboration. This combination of regular virtual meetings and face-to-face meeting interactions keeps our team united and motivated.
And any others with
Yeah,
that?
I first hand everything Mohammed said, and even with our different locations and everything and different countries we're currently living in, online work didn't really much affect us because most of our work is AI based and software based, so it's software programming, which is something doable by telecommunication. And the works on the drone are usually separated between the distances, not separated between the distances. As for me, I focus on such drone testing in France. They focus on the drone software. It does not really bother the work and everything online. So it just works perfectly.
That's good. And so how, like for example, when you guys have conflicts or different opinions within the team, so who will be the decision makers? Like how is the decision making process and who usually plays the role of peacemakers? Alarm first, and then I
Yeah.
open for the guys.
Actually, it depends. For example, in the first phase, when we were like all new, we didn't know each other necessarily. So I recall that we had meetings like for almost 2 hours where each one is trying to convince the other one that his opinion is the best for the startup. But at the end of the meeting, we would not come with a decision. So then we said like we have to change the way we do it. We have to learn to listen to each other and communicate, because when we did that, we learned to, for example, trust each member. We know that this member know more about, for example, programming or mobile app. We let him say what he wants to do, and we trust him. Then even if in the end it was not the most optimal choice, we will not blame him, of course, because we are all learning. If it was really contradictory ideas from all the team, we try to find a medium, like a solution. And yeah, we sometimes do some votings and so on to come up with the final decision. But now it's much better than in the beginnings. We learned how to find the best, how to come up with the final decisions.
So I know in this journey it's also take times to understand your members, your each other's the way of doing. So do you have any tips that you can share with our audience? Because I think as a startup team is everyone think that, you know, having a good team is so important for sustainability, for working well together. So any tips that you can give to our audience how to bring uh, different cross walk of life and expertise together as a team to work on project ideas.
All right, I can give the first advice outside this purview. Yes, you need a good insight team, but don't ever forget about the outside circumstances of where you're doing your startup. And this is what usually most startups tends to forget. It doesn't matter how good is the team. It also it matters, but it also matters where you're doing your activity and the legal side of your activity. So my first tip, and there'll be many other tips followed by the team, is to choose a country or a state or a place where your current activity can go with the law, can go ahead with the law. You don't wait for the law to change to match your startup. You have to do it the other side. If maybe the place you're currently resident in doesn't support your activity, it's better to take it somewhere else where it can be supported. Because you're a startup, you're just starting up in this world of companies and everything. You don't need the law to be against you, you need the law to be for you. And yeah, that's my first tip, and I'll leave the rest for the team.
Yes, I can add that building a strong startup team means finding people with diverse skills who share a common vision. Beyond skills, commitment and flexibility are essential, especially in a field as dynamic as ours. We have also learned that open communication and mutual respect can help prevent misunderstanding and resolve conflicts. Most importantly, you have to believe in each other and the mission you are working towards.
Mm. So you have to like set boundaries and respect and have communication to understand each other's so to make the team workable and close together. That's very important, I think. So I think this is also a good message to all the others audience and startup teams. If you want to have build a good startup team, you really have to work on the team values, the way of doing to compromise. And I think important is respect each other's talent and the way of doing. And that's very well said. And I just want to ask, do you have a chance that after 18 months of this journey, uh, would you guys have like increased or include other new members coming to your startup team? How would you balance the old and new team?
All right. To this moment, you didn't include any other staff members other than the original co-founders. But since we're entering and changing markets to the European market, we'll have to get some local expertise in agriculture and everything, and replace basically better circumstance our existent in this new market. How we will handle communications, I don't think it will be hard to gain new employees and handle the communications between the old team and the new team. The new team will be assigned some tasks. The new members will have some tasks to execute because everyone in the company, after all, has a mission to accomplish. And this mission will be supervised by some members of us, and it will go accordingly with the other missions. All they will complement each other, and they will fulfill each other in a way that we reach our product easily and we provide our services in an easy way. It doesn't contradict each other's works. It just stick and fulfill the project.
I think you guys also have a very clear role and responsibility. Every one of you have a very clear uh, sectors to work on, and then you guys meet quite often to report work. And so I think trust and respect in your team are very strong. So good luck. Please build on from this. So let's talk about the future. Um, what would be the next step Farm AI is planning to achieve?
Well, I can also answer this. I spoiled it a bit in the last answer, but our next step and our big step will be moving to the European market finally, and committing to the European market as a primary market and a primary target in our case, and thus leaving the Algerian markets. So I'm currently based in France, so we're kind of doing that, but we were not focusing 100% on that. We will now do so in the future. We will reach to clients here, to institutes of agricultures here, to build up our market brand and build up our name here and try to provide services in France and in the European Union primarily. I must add that our company has a second registration in Estonia, which is part of the EU, which helps mitigate and help us do sales in all of the European Union due to the internal laws of the European Union of sales. So this is our next step. We're gonna enter the market and we're surely gonna enter it hard.
Yeah. Do you have any like a needs or a shout out like what kind of expertise or collaborators or partners you would like to reach in the upcoming phase of your development?
Well, clearly we have already agricultural partners, but back in Algeria, we'll try to reach the same here to get the agricultural expertise in the European market and the European Union, because it's a different market. It's mostly different plants, but not at all. There are some common plants and everything, but it's better to just get local expertise here. So we will be trying to reach some laboratories or institutes of agriculture to get their experience and also to gain access to some test fields, hopefully, where we test the product and we deploy the product and the subscription package here. I already found some test fields, but we have to keep looking for more and more.
And I just want to ask you guys, what would you like to see yourself or Farm AI in 5 or 10 years? What did you want to see?
Well, I want to see a well-established multiple divisions in Europe, at least a huge one in France, another one in Estonia, because Europe has a lot of agricultural market to offer, and the laws here support the drone usage by companies for professional goals and everything. So this will ease up our work and our our interest to the market. And yeah, in 5 years, I just wanna be all over Europe.
Yeah.
Want us all.
Yeah, I think for our audience, because this is a 1 hour session and there's a lot of details that Farm AI product and the business model is very good to learn and to understand. So if you want to know more about Farm AI, please follow the update of Farm AI. And so just before I open the floor for our audience, I already see some questions from our audience. So I want to ask the last question. What final piece of advice or message would you like to give to our audience who may be a current or completely new entrepreneur who wants to build a startup as well, like you guys? Do you have any piece of advice?
Yeah. So, well, the piece of advice I would give to everyone is to build a strong supportive network. Having people who can help you here and there can make a huge difference. And also don't hesitate to pivot if something is not working, like in our case, the regulations for drones in Algeria, and stay open to continuous learning. That's it.
Yeah, very well said. Challenge and keep learning. Okay.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah,
other?
I think that one key piece of advice is to stay patient and keep pushing forward, even when things seem difficult. The path isn't always straightforward.
Yeah, I can see Abdurrahman, when you do the mobile application, I remember every like small tiny things like the coloring, the font size, and the page clicking, everything, the user's behavior, you already observe it and you adjust it every time based on the survey. Like you you need a lot of patience to listen your users and your stakeholders needs. That's very well said. And any others have some advice from to our audience? Wasim, you are smiling.
Yeah. Well, and another advice I can give to our audience is if you're creating a startup or just having a project idea and everything that you want to take up to reality, no matter if it's business or if it's just development or if it's just a hobby for you guys, don't have something we call tunnel vision. Don't, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term, but it's when you have a certain point of view of a project and idea that you don't consult another point of views from the outside world that can show deadly angles about your project, your product, and your program in a whole. So you may see your product that it can work in a certain point of view, but with the outside world and with different point of view from all sides, there might be a point of view where your products can be killed easily and can be not marketed and everything. So discuss with other people, discuss with the outside world. Don't all stay on the inside discussing with each other only. Try to consult with the outside to show any deadly angles that may arise from your product that can affect your company startup or whatever project you're working upon.
Yeah, there's always open-minded to have the third eyes opinion,
Yeah.
feedback, no matter they have challenge or problems, asking towards your project ideas. Always a good thing to have a third opinions. And what about Alam? I remember you were the first one to do the pitching to investors at the very beginning. Any advice you can give to our audience?
Um, actually, pitching is something that I enjoy doing, and it was a very good experience. It was not at all something that was difficult, but the rest of the team like helped me adjust the final pitch. Each one will give you a good advice that you have to follow, like you should do this and you should do this. We have to listen to others to always enhance your performance.
So it's a peer support in the startup team.
Mm-hmm.
And Mohammed, you are the COO, handling all kinds of operations, registrations, transactions. So what's your final piece advice to our audience?
The advice I give is to seek for feedback when you are working on a project, because feedback can make you see the project differently. So you always need to seek for feedback. And for us, we had feedback from not only farmers, it was from mentors and farmers, and they made us see the project differently and see the problem differently, and we could we solved the problem differently, and yeah.
Yeah, solve the problem together, teamwork. So I think it's time for us to open the floor to the audience. I received several questions already. So one of the question is, uh, they want to ask Farm AI, what's the biggest problems you face in the startup ecosystem in Nigeria, especially working with new technologies for certain categories of clients like farmers? What is the biggest problems or challenge working in
uh,
agricultural industry in Nigeria?
One of the biggest challenges we face in the startup ecosystem in Algeria, especially when introducing new technologies to farmers, it's the resistance to change. Many farmers are working with traditional practices and may be hesitant to adopt new technologies due to concerns about costs or complexity or a risk of failure. Additionally, there is often lack of awareness and understanding of the benefit that technology can bring to their operations. This is So this is why this was a big challenge for us, and we tried to overcome it.
Any others members about the
second that.
understanding of AI technology? Do they trust at the very first time? You say no, but you spend time to explain and to show them, right?
Yeah, even you can. If I came to you out of nowhere, you're a person that you don't know and everything, and I show you and I talk to you about our idea and everything, you wouldn't trust me. It's clear
Yeah.
instincts to not trust someone anonymous you don't know. But
Yeah.
when I show you proof, when I show you the drone, I show you the 8 flies, I show you the AI videos and everything, you start to trust me that you may want to test it, you may want to try this product.
Yeah.
And it's just in everyone's instinct. You can't just trust random people. Even us, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah. So even you have a great ideas and solutions, you still need a lot of time to spend time to go through your solution with your potential users and
Yes.
stakeholders, and also need to spend time to gain trust and relationship before they can fully see your product. Okay, that's very good. And the next one is I see that they want to ask FarmAI how you guys handle busy school and family life while you guys are still like studying, or how do you guys balance your startup development time and personal and study time?
I think that I can take this. So most of the members are full-time commitment to startup, but for example, Wasim is a student, and I am like a new mom. I have a busy personal life, but what I think I find more convenient is that most of the tasks that I have to do are I can do them self-paced. I mean, I can do them when I have a free time. So that's something that is really helping me. There is things that have to be done like in group meetings, but most of the time are self-paced things. So this is really convenient for me.
Hmm.
And to second add to this, as currently everyone is graduated and I'm the only student left behind to do the university work and everything, uh, it's not that easy, but it's not that hard. Also, it's manageable to do all of this work because we're a startup. We have flexible time and flexible tasks to work upon. Like many startups start doing, and it's remote work, so it's most easily ease up the work. I usually study, and whenever I find a gap, and usually during even school sessions, I work on AI, I work on the program, I work on the presentation we need, and etc. So I fill in every gap that I can find. I work on the weekends and everything. And it's just a pressure that we have to keep up and we have to sacrifice with in order to achieve a full mission upon us.
Thank you. I remember like we spent the 18 months journey since the first day we met, and you guys were in your studying in your school, working hard for this program, bringing your best to the project, and now you become a graduate and full-time to the startup and become a mom of your kids. So congratulations once again. Thank you, FarmAI, for sharing your
Thank you, Kenny.
startup journey with
Thank
us.
you, Kenny, for everything. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us to celebrate the PIM 10th anniversary
Thank you, Ken.
event. On behalf of the PIM team,
Thanks
I
again,
wish
everyone.
FarmAI an exciting and impactful journey
Thank you so
with
much.
every success as you expand your business in the near future. So shall we take a group photo with the help of Tintin? Can you help us?
Yeah. So it would be great if you can switch in your video.
Yes.
Okay. And smile at the camera for the next 3 seconds. Okay, let me just
Thank
check how
you.
that turned out.
Thank you all our close
Okay,
friends
perfect.
and from afar with Daniel and Professor Y. Thank you for joining us today. And
Thank
for
you.
our audience, you know we treasure your feedback and opinion. Your voice matters. So please send in your feedback and suggestion by scanning this QR code. We hope to provide more exchange and sharing opportunities in the upcoming future. So yeah, please scan this survey link, give us feedback. And if you want to check out more of FarmAI, don't forget to follow this social media page and stay tuned with FarmAI for future like Q&A session or collaboration. They have went through the journey of startup. So please feel free to contact FarmAI for more collaboration and experience sharing. And last but not least, also we love to have you be a part of this impact with purpose in motion. So please stay with us, follow PM social media and the latest news through our LinkedIn, WeChat, and our official webpage. I hope we can learn from each other in the PIM's journey in the next decade. We have 10 next years, very exciting and ambitious milestones to come. So before saying goodbye on behalf of PIM, we wish Farm once again all the best with your startup and upcoming market entry. So thank you,
Thank you, everyone.
FarmAI,
Thank you.
and everyone
Our pleasure.
of you joining
See you
us.
soon.
Thank you, Tony. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
See you in the next
Thank you.
session.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
See
Have a
you.
good day.